A personal message from King Hussein I of Jordan.
At this time of the year, the thoughts of all Christians turn to Jerusalem, where nearly 2,000 years ago, the central event of their faith took place. So it is appropriate to think about what is happening in Jerusalem today. It is a sad picture. The holy city of Christians, Muslims, and Jews has been occupied forcibly by a state and government which claims to represent all Jewry and pretend that Jerusalem belongs more to them than it does either to the Christian or Muslim world. This state and government has annexed Jerusalem against the repeated resolutions of the United Nations. None of the great powers, including Great Britain and the United States, have recognized Israel's annexation of the Arab city or the contention that it is their capital. Nonetheless, Israel continues to defy the feelings and wishes of the whole world, to disregard and violate the rights of the Arab population and the religious sensibilities of over 700 million Muslims. The Arabs have for centuries been worthy custodians of the holy city. It was they who built and preserved the monuments for which it is famous, such as the Holy Sepulchre and the Mosque of Umar. It was the Arab way of life and the Arab people, Muslims and Christians alike, who preserved the traditional life of the city and gave it that unique sense of a living piece of the ancient world which all pilgrims to its walls have felt so strongly. There is a good reason for this. To the Muslims, both Christians and Jews are people of the book. To us Muslims, therefore, the patriarchs and prophets are ours also. To us, Jesus Christ was more than a prophet. We accept also the virgin birth of Mary. Therefore, the holy places of Judaism and Christianity are ours too. It is thanks to us, for example, that the Wailing Wall of the Jews was preserved throughout the centuries of Muslim rule. We have our own holy places too, such as the Dome of the Rock and the Aqsa Mosque. The entire city is sacred to us. It was to Jerusalem that Muslims first turned to pray, even before Mecca. My people and I regard ourselves as the guardians and custodians of Jerusalem on behalf of the entire Muslim world, as well as on behalf of the Christian and Muslim population of the city and of all Palestine. For centuries, our custodianship has been accepted by the Christian churches. It was to the Arab families of Jerusalem, for example, that the keys of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre were and still are entrusted. This is our responsibility, and we will never surrender it. All this is being challenged by the Israeli government. Whole sections of the old city, including monuments of unique historical and architectural importance, have been demolished. Thousands of acres of land belonging to Arab families and religious foundations have been expropriated. And now, a master plan to encircle the city with hideous buildings and irreversibly change its historical and religious character has been initiated. To our protests at this deliberate destruction of Jerusalem must be added others. I am now asking you, as believers in God, to raise your voices to save our common heritage. Jerusalem has always been the city of peace, but it is becoming the city of strife and hate. Let us all try to save it for humanity, to restore it to its rightful owners, and to make it once more the symbol of God's universal rule upon earth. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Peace be upon you and the mercy of God.